Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Hope you're doing great. Got a story out of the Eurozone, and it's really telling how much governments want to lie to you to get you to think there's nothing wrong here, there's nothing to see here, everybody go away. And we're going to be talking about inflation, okay? Today, right out of CNBC, I'm going to link the article below. The Eurozone inflation hit a new record high of 5% in December. Now, to say that that is absolutely a joke is the understatement of the century. And I'm not even joking. To say century, I think we need to look back on prior times in the last 100 years and see if we've ever found a time like this. I don't think we have. Now, this is where I'm going with this. It says 5% in December, yet energy prices, natural gas has gone up 500% in the last year. But they don't like to just put all of these different things that are going wrong in these metrics. If you understand the CPI, and a lot of people like to talk about it as the CP lie, because over the years, they have taken very important metrics out of that index so that they could sort of let you know it's not as bad as you think, even though people are feeling the pinch at grocery stores and all kinds of other places. So we're gonna go over a couple quick key points. It says preliminary data showed Friday that headline inflation came in at 5% for the month compared to the same month last year. Now, I think really important, wait a minute, that doesn't even make sense. Preliminary data showed Friday that headline inflation came in at 5% for the month compared to the same month last year. Well, they didn't even give me the compared to price. That's good job, CNBC. The figure represents, it's hard not to laugh these days because you've got to admit, like, some of this stuff is complete crap and they don't even tell you what the comparable percentage was in their headline. We'll go down deeper right here. Here we go. Well, let's go month on month. It said Friday that the headline inflation came in at 5% for the month compared to the same month last year. The figure represents the highest ever on record and follows November's all-time high of 4.9%. So inching up just a little bit, right? But we've seen it inching up all throughout the year. Now, this is where it's very important for the rest of the world, okay? And I'm gonna, again, link this below, take a look at it. But with mainstream media these days, it's very hard to figure out, what's good and what's not. Europe leads the world. A lot of people think the US does, but the Bank of England has its grips on the Fed as well. People don't realize that. The dollar-euro trade is very, very important. It's a great way to gauge the risk of what we have right now in the world, especially with interbank lending rates, things like that, because we are able to go between the US dollar and the euro back and forth with this nice little, how do I put it, way of hiding how much money's out there. So this dollar-euro trade is very important. Well, Europe is a mass producer. It still has a massive banking industry, and it is extremely closely tied to the US dollar and banking system. If Europe falls, I believe the US will follow within 4 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. I cannot be more serious about that. Now, this isn't fear, doom and gloom, right? Because we're all preparing for something like this so that when it happens, we're gonna buy up all kinds of assets, because the meek will inherit the land, right? Just sitting back, having a savings account, have investments in solid things that are inflation hedges, that's what I'm referring to. And then waiting, and when the time's right, we pounce. That's what wealthy people have done throughout the dawn of time. Now it says, after reaching 5% in December, headline Eurozone inflation should, this is great, fall this year as the energy component plummets. Capital Economics said in a note on Friday. Well, Capital Economics, I don't know if you're looking at the big picture here, but things aren't tending to get better. So for the same reason that they went up in price, and actually this is a myriad of reasons, geopolitical threats and issues, supply chain disruption, and there's that thing about everybody stay at home for a couple weeks, sending ripples and turning into shock waves throughout the world. So at least Capital Components thinks that this is going down next year. Like, they want to paint a rosy picture. I'm here to tell you this. When you prepare for the worst and hope for the best, you can never fail. I'm going to leave you on that note, guys. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.